Rogue Fitness and Rep Fitness going head to head in an all-in-one, fully functional power rack space. Fringe Sports throws their hat into the proverbial ring, and there may very well be a new contender for droppable dumbbells. All that, and we're going to be going over the best home gym videos in this Home Gym Weekend Review.
Weekend review? More like a month. Got it!
The No Fate channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and I have been slaving away
Cannonball!
to bring you the best Home Gym Week in Review, where I scour the interwebs for the latest and, dare I say, greatest home gym updates of the week. Rejoice, home gym community. Competition is heating up, and as we know, competition is always good for the consumer. And that's why we're going to be comparing Rep Fitness's new Aries 2.0 against Rogue's FM Power Rack system, because I feel like these two pieces highlight the direction that so many people are trending to with these compact all-in-one home gym systems. Now, I know a lot of you feel like money is always in short supply when it comes to your home gym, but truth be told, over the long haul, people's concern is, of course, space. And that's why so many people are moving to these compact systems where you have everything in a very tight, small space. You got your functional trainer, your lat pull down, your low row, and of course, your power rack.
Hot diggity dog.
Rep Fitness's Aries 1.0 was a new design on the market, but it wasn't without its hiccups. Well, the 2.0 is here, and Rep Fitness clearly listened to some of the complaints and improved on their new iteration. They now utilize all swivel pulleys, increasing the functionality that much more. They've also corrected that low row angle that was probably the biggest concern from the 1.0, and they created a stow and go slot for your bench. They also switched the selectorized weight orientation to create even more usable space. Now, they still have the dual clip lat pull down configuration, which will limit your height depending on certain attachments that you may or may not be using, but that really shouldn't be an issue if you have the taller rack option. Rogue Fitness seems to have arrived late to the party, but they're here now with not only a plate loaded, but a single stack and a double stack version. I have heard a few minor complaints about the cable travel length on the single stack, so it probably makes sense, based on the price, which we'll talk about shortly, to simply pay a few $100s more and go with the double stack option. Rogue Fitness utilizes rollers to move their trolley, which is a more overbuilt design than Rep Fitness's UMHR lined trolleys. But keep in mind, Rogue's is going to take two hands to move each trolley, whereas with Rep, you can do it with one. Cost. Usually the biggest factor when you make a home gym purchasing decision, and Rogue Fitness, not known for having the lowest costs out there. They're the American-made brand, and if you want to pay American living wages, guess what?
Pay that man his money.
So you would think that their iteration is gonna come in way over the top compared to Reps, but you'd be wrong. Like for like. Apples for apples. When you put into your cart all of the options you're going to want before you check out, like the dual stack selectorized option, as well as the aluminum pulleys and the extra weight upgrade, it's only going to be $200, give or take, more than Rep Fitness, and that does include shipping. Now, I'm not sure if that is just Rogue Fitness trying to be competitive in a very cluttered market, or if that's just Rep Fitness overcharging for what they're delivering, which is foreign made. But regardless, it's good for the consumer. So which one is better? I haven't had the chance to use either, but I spoke to someone who has. So this is as scientific as it gets, and their personal opinion based off of their experience was that Rep's Aries 2.0 just performs better than Rogue's current version. Now, it's always fun to pit these companies against each other, but when it comes down to it, I think if you already have a Rogue power rack or a Rep power rack, you're simply going to be choosing their attachment systems. I can't imagine anyone selling their existing power rack just to jump ship and go with another company's option. If you were starting over from scratch and you had to choose one of these, which would you pick? The Rep Aries or the Rogue FM Power Rack? I want to know from you. Comment down below. Today's video is brought to you by Toughfit. While they're very new to the home gym community, the home gym market, they've got some very solid offerings. And their 3-tier dumbbell storage system comes in at $300, but it offers some really good versatility in that you get 2 racks for dumbbell storage and a 3rd rack for slam ball or kettlebell storage. They also have their Decagon droppable, durable dumbbells that have a fully knurled handle and have their ends encased in rubber, allowing you to protect your floor as well as to protect the dumbbell. You can drop these things from God knows how high, and they are gonna come back for more. Now, I know some of you are looking for a dumbbell that you can climb the ladder of success with. Well, these Toughfit, durable, and I dare say droppable dumbbells will do just that. The beauty of these is that they are not circular, so when you put them on the floor, they're not gonna just roll away, or if you put them on your bench, they're not gonna break your toe. But they are decagonal, which means you're gonna be able to move them around if you have to, but you can still do some crazy fun exercises like dumbbell push-up rows and stuff, and have these get locked right into place and not worry about them rolling away on you. The fully knurled handle comes in at a respectable 32.3 millimeters. Now, I wish they sold these as a complete set, and I wish they went all the way up to 100 pounds. Unfortunately, currently you can only get these up to 50 pounds, and they only sell them in sets of 3 pairs, depending on which weight range you need.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
It's the summertime. Historically, most YouTubers take a ton of time off in the summertime because people aren't watching YouTube. They're out and about and they are at the beach just having a great old time. And a lot of your favorite home gym YouTubers are simply taking weeks off. Over the past 2 weeks, there have only really been 2 videos that stood out as being not only fun to watch, but, you know, a tad bit educational when it comes to home gym life. Matt Does Fitness. He built a complete, entire home gym for his brother. Matt Does Fitness originally started off doing powerlifting vlogs of all things, and of course, his channel has evolved into the multi-million subscriber channel it is today. But the 2 key takeaways from this video that he was building a home gym for his brother, number 1 is that his brother was able to get into fantastic, phenomenal shape simply working out in his living room. Yeah, that's right. He was basically doing deadlifts and SBD out of his living room with the most barest of equipment. So for all of you that see these massively overbuilt home gyms, they're nice to have, but don't expect that they're gonna get you any more gains than simply adhering to a great program, being consistent, locking in the diet, and just doing all the things right.
Lock it up. You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Now, the second biggest takeaway wasn't the equipment that they put in the gym. Of course, Matt Does Fitness is massively wealthy, and frankly, he's got a lot of sponsors with lots of links in the description. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But the space, the garage gym that they have there at Live across the pond in Europe, in the UK, was pretty small by American standards. The space was very small, but they still got a fantastic all you need home gym into a very small space, and it didn't feel cramped. And the second video I want to highlight has to do with the home gym build of someone who's training for the marathon. And there was 2 takeaways from this video that I found very, very interesting. Number 1, the dude is yoked. He's a pretty massive, big dude, and a lot of people are afraid to do their cardio. They think that doing cardio is going to pull all of their gains, especially training for something like a marathon. But I think you can do your cardio. In fact, you should be doing cardio, and you can do it right in such a way that it's not going to strip all of your muscle off. Now, I'm not telling you to go train for a marathon, but I am saying if you're just squat, bench, and deadlifting and don't even want to look at a treadmill or a stationary bike, maybe you need to just kind of alter your reality just a little bit to do that heart health and work on that dad bod. And the last takeaway from this marathon home gym build has to be the space again. And if you look closely, he's got probably like a 2 or 2.5 car garage, a really good sized space dedicated to his home gym, but he doesn't have a lot of stuff filling it up. And I think what happens to a lot of us is when we first start our home gym, it feels like we've got unlimited space because it's just not much there. And then what happens? We get more and more and more stuff, and before you know it, you feel like you're working out in a very cramped gym. 2024 has been the year of the compact all-in-one power rack systems. Now, recently released is the Fringe Sport Dane, which delivers more weight and at a lower cost than the Rep Fitness Athena, and it comes with in-rack storage. It does, however, have a 1-to-1 pulley ratio, meaning less cable travel, and it's going to be a bigger jump percentage-wise at the lower weights. Now, the best video I think that's been released on the Dane was Gluck's review of it, in which I will link in the description. He does mention that the cable pulley system, the feel of it was not as smooth as Rep Fitness's Athena.
We just become best friends.
Yup!
If you made it this far in the video, then you and I are officially best friends. You want to help support the channel? Simply watch another video. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.